Hey guys, so today we're going to do a Shibori dye tutorial video. I'm using the RIT dye Indigo Blue all-purpose dye. I would say though that you should use natural fabrics instead of any acrylic or polyester because it just won't stick very well. Dyeing is a traditional form of dyeing. It's where the dye resists to the fabric by wrapping or twisting or distorting the fabric or adding something that's going to go in between where the dye touches the fabric and the fabric. The thing I like about the RIT dyes is that they are perfectly safe for sewage and septic tanks, so you don't need to worry about killing all the little fishies. I'm testing it today on some pure cotton fat quarters that I have. One is like an off-white and one is just white. It is because I'm planning on doing a video for a dress with the Shibori dye technique, but I thought I'd do some little tests before I go all in and make a full garment. You pre-wash your fabric before you use it, otherwise it will shrink up and it won't be how you're expecting it to look like when you finished, and that'll just be disappointing. I'm also, well, my sister is also going to be dyeing some of her cotton yarn because she does lots of crocheting, as seen behind me. So yeah, if that's something that interests you, then stick along and watch that. Okay, so for the first technique, you want to nicely iron out your fabric beforehand, just because the dye will pick up where you've got creases. So we're going to start off with an accordion fold, just because it makes the dye even on your fabric, so it all looks nice and symmetrical when it actually is all finished. So to do that, you are just going to start by folding your fabric lengthwise and then turning it over and folding it back the other way. You could use an iron here if you were that worried, but I can't be arsed. So the next thing we're going to do, what you're going to do is you're going to wrap the twine round the end of your fabric. One done. We'll look at how that turns out towards the end rather than just doing all of them all at once. So the next one that we're going to do is you will need your piece of fabric and you'll also need some long tube. I mean, this one isn't as long as you could go, but it will do. So what we're going to do again is do the same accordion fold. Okay, so once you've got your accordion all folded, what we're going to do is you're going to wrap it around your cylinder like this. What you're going to do is wrap your twine around the bottom part and the top part just so it doesn't unravel. And I did actually run out of the white one, so I'm going in with the green. And you're just going to wrap it all the way around the fabric. This doesn't have to be neat or unless you want it to be really, really symmetrical. Just go wild. Probably enough. What am I thinking? Okay. And then what you're going to do is just find the first bit that you used and knot it together. Just push the fabric all the way down to the end, if you haven't done it too tightly, obviously. Otherwise, just leave it as it is. Okay, just as long as it's a little bit scrunched up, Okay, so for the next one, again, we're starting off with the accordion fold. Now this can be any size that you fancy. It doesn't have to be as small as it was last time, but I'm gonna just do it very similar. Okay, so once you've got your accordion all folded nicely, I did iron it on this one just to make those creases nice and sharp and not to worry about it wriggling about. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold it up into triangles, back and forth. So same as the accordion, but this time with triangles. Okay, so once that is all folded down, just go ahead and press it lightly. Okay, once that's nicely pressed, just cut 2 little cardboard triangles and then sandwich it on either end. And then we're just going to wrap it with an elastic band. And we're going to fold our piece of fabric, this time into... So this time we're going to fold our fabric in half. And then fold each side back up till the center. And then you're just going to fold it like the accordion on all of the others. Okay, so for the last one, we're just going to attach the bulldog clips. Add the bulldog clips to the sides, and then I'm just going to change it up and add some smaller ones onto this side. If I can get it through the fabric. Okay, so next we need to dunk these into some water. Finished drying, so I thought I'd show you how they all turned out. So this one is the one where we folded it into triangles and then attached the cardboard. I think I may have needed to leave it in a little longer because I would have rather they all look like this, and then the middle ones haven't completely got all the dye on them, but that's okay, we can do that next time. But I really like this one. It's like I like that there's more white on it and it's not just full of one, like full up of just indigo. And then the next one is this one, and this one was the one that we used the bulldog clips on, and I really like it. I wasn't expecting it to come out like this, but I like how it like fades in between where the clip was, which is really snazzy. And then we have this one, which the colour looks different because this actually wasn't on pure white fabric. It was on like a beigey cream fabric, so it's not as nice of a colour, but I really like the pattern. It's a lot more like tie-dye looking than like a real structured dye, but it's very snazzy. So this is the one where we accordion folded it and then attached lots of little bits of string around it. It's fairly even. I wasn't intended for it to be that evenly spaced out, but here we are. Lastly, I have this one, which didn't go amazingly well. So this is the one where we wrapped it around the tube. The end has done well, and then gradually it fades into not picking up at all. And then I got bored and I just dipped it in at different lengths to make like a nice ombre, so it can still be used for something. To be honest, I don't think I would have liked it that much if it had worked fully anyway. It's like I think it's because where I've only got a small amount of fabric, because this is just a fat quarter, I couldn't push it down the tube fully, and if you do that it like scrunches up the fabric and distorts it a little bit more, and you would have ended up with less like organised forms on your fabric. I think I would have preferred that, but it was alright for a first trial. I hope that you gave it a crack, and if it worked then let me know. And if you have any other ideas for how to make some cool patterns on fabric, then drop me a comment. I'm going to use another Rit dye in another video. You have to stay tuned to see what that one is, but it won't be another tie-dyeing sort of one, so that'll be cool. Thank you for watching anyway, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day. Bye!